Whitney is now considering getting a weight loss procedure because she's actually like a pre-diabetic. Oh my god. My Big Fat Fabulous Life was on a day or so ago, and this is kind of freaking crazy. Now, I can't say I'm too terribly shocked that she's considering getting a weight loss procedure, but there's kind of some weird, interesting things behind this. So we gotta see in here a bunch of interesting stuff that I will talk about in a couple of seconds. But first, I want to talk about this procedure with y'all, and I'm more so just curious what y'all think. But like I said, Whitney, she's down, she's sad. Her confidence is just plummeting because she just got cheated on by Chase, who, let me just say, I think was completely using her for fame this whole entire time, but that's neither here nor there. She's sad, she's trying to find love, and in her eyes, she's thinking that, you know, if she loses this weight, she could possibly find a man easier. And so she went in this episode, talked to her mom, dad, and brother about the possibility of getting a weight loss procedure, and surprisingly, they were pretty much just on board with whatever makes her happiest and healthiest. And I'm not going to stand here and, you know, try to sound rude or anything like that against Whitney's weight. I really am not trying to, but I can tell y'all one thing. As a diabetic, the best thing she can do is do this procedure. And thank God, it sounds like she's actually really considering it. Now, here's kind of the weird thing is, number one, I follow her on social media, and this episode was recorded in like June, July, August. It was in the summer. And I follow her on social media. I've seen recent pictures. She's the exact same weight. So at least if she is considering it, she has either, number one, not gotten it yet, or maybe she hasn't ever going to get it, or maybe she has gotten it, but she's not posting any recent pictures. But either way, she not needs to, but gosh, she should really do it. And this is why. Her family was even saying it too. It's the diabetes. Like I said a million times, I am a freaking type 1 diabetic. I literally have my diabetes shirt on. I love diabetes. We are one big happy family. And it's like when I hear what Whitney's saying about how she is now pre-diabetic and she's leaning towards eventually becoming a type 2 diabetic, which if you don't know, you can lose weight typically if you're a pre-diabetic with type 2. I'm a type 1. But if you are type 2, you can just lose the weight when you are pre, and then you can kind of get on the right track, and you'll be fine. Your body will start absorbing insulin again, and it'll be all sunshine, rainbows, and happiness. However, you have to lose the weight. And it's like, okay, her A1C, which is just your average blood sugar over a span of 3 months. I don't want to get too technical and nerdy, but it's not looking good. It's eventually going to go towards type 2 diabetes, and my long story short is once she kind of turns the corner from a pre-diabetic to an actual type 2 diabetic, it's not going to get any better, and it's only going to get worse and worse. And everyone always says, as a pre-diabetic or as a type 2 diabetic, you can just take pills and metformin, but the truth is, eventually it'll get a lot worse, and it's like a freaking epidemic. I mean, it is a god-awful thing, and if Whitney got type 2, like full-on type 2 diabetes, which that's the road she's leading, and I don't want to be that guy to say that she needs to lose weight and her being bigger isn't, that's fantastic. She has that body positivity, that's great. But the truth is, it's like she's, and I only say this as someone that knows diabetes really well because I am one, she's just going down this road of she's gonna become a type 2 diabetic, and once she becomes a type 2 diabetic, the chances of her from going from pills to insulin injections and whatnot are very likely because she's bigger. And so it's like, I feel bad for her. And as many of you guys know that are diabetics, it's a very sad, it's not a great thing. It's constant finger pokes, constant injections, constantly just thinking about what you're eating and this and that. It's not great. So I feel bad for her, I feel for her, and I really believe that the best thing she could do right now is just go through and get this procedure. And let me also say, I am shocked with her weight, and like I said, I don't want to be rude, but I'm just freaking shocked with her weight that she's not already a type 2 diabetic, and I'm shocked her blood sugar is not higher, because she is big, and it's like, it's amazing she just doesn't have an outrageously high blood sugar, and she even said that her mom's a diabetic, if you guys don't know, so it's like it runs in the family, not cool, scary, I feel bad for her, and yeah, it's just, having diabetes, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not great, not easy. It's constant monitoring, finger pokes, needles, you know, injections, everything. So I feel bad for Whitney, and I hope to God she goes through and gets this procedure, but it looks like she's highly considering it because she actually does go through and do a Zoom with like a doctor lady with her brother, and all the stuff that they were talking about was pretty positive, upbeat. You know, Whitney thought that it was like really dangerous and risky, and I actually kind of thought it was too, because I knew someone that had a procedure for weight loss, and I thought it was risky, but I guess not, because the doctor was like, no, the technology's newer, it's super safe, you have nothing to worry about, which kind of seems weird. For all you 90 Day Fiancé fans, I am curious, what did Angela get? I know Angela got somewhat of a weight loss thing done to her. I wonder what she got, and she lost a ton of weight. So Whitney, oh my God, I feel bad for her, girl. She needs to do it. I'm sorry. Nothing against her. I'm not trying to fat shame or anything, but it is like, holy crap. From one diabetic to another possible diabetic, Whitney, you gotta do it. And that is on a serious note. But anyway, I don't think she even watches these videos, so I don't know who I'm really talking to. But anyway, she went and talked to the doctor. She's supposedly considering this procedure. Hope to God she gets it. And then she went and talked to Ryan, her, I believe, ex-business partner now we can say. Ryan is the one that she owns or runs No BS Active with. It's weird because she always says that he basically just works with her, but then, like, you know, Ryan's always saying that he basically co-owns it. So I don't know even who to believe. I don't even care at this point, but it's like they had a huge fight. You know, she wants to go back home, blah, 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 blah. They kind of came to a mutual agreement that she's going to stay for about, I think she renewed her lease for like 7 months, and then she might possibly go home after that. But here is the kicker, you know, so now her and Ryan are all buddy-buddy, they're all happy, they're doing so well, they're going to keep running No BS Active together, and they're going to try to make it work. But here is the awkward thing. On Whitney's social media, you can see clear as day that she is not doing No BS Active with Ryan. Ryan has nothing to do with it, and she even unfollowed Ryan on social media, and he unfollowed her, and it's vice versa. He has his own new weight loss app, fitness app thing, and it's like he's doing his own thing, she's doing her thing, so I'm kind of sitting here like, what happened? Because on this last episode, they're like buddy-buddy, but now in present day, it doesn't look like they're doing so well. But she met with Ryan. I have a hunch they're gonna have another big blowout because, like, so she renewed her lease for another 7 months. Here's the other weird thing. I heard a rumor that she moved back home in October. Okay, this was filmed in, like, at the absolute latest, like September, but I feel like it was like July, August time frame. But even if it was August, okay, August, September, no, October, it's like, that's what, 3-4 months till October? So, but she renewed her lease in, you know, for 7 months, which is such a random date. But it's like, what is, I mean, don't get me wrong, Whitney's the kind of person that would just have like 5 different leases at once, and this home, that home, so I wouldn't be shocked if she just had the 7-month lease, and then it just, you know, she moved out early, because it gets kind of weird, because I know for a fact that she's not still living there, and that Buddy ended up moving in with a lady friend. So it is like a really weird stuff that's going on behind the scenes that's not being caught on camera, but she renewed the lease. Buddy agreed to live with her, which is just, I mean, she basically, I don't even know what the word is, but she just like pinned the guy in a corner. She was bursting into tears with a lease in her hand and said, hey Buddy, okay, she's hysterically crying and said, either I'm going to sign this lease if you agree to live with me, and if you don't agree to live with me, I'm not going to sign it. And Buddy was like, who's also a very nice guy, was just like, okay, yeah, I mean, let's sign it and I'll live here, because I'm sure he can't say no. She's sitting there hysterically crying, and Buddy's a nice freaking friend, so I feel bad for him, but like I said, he somehow gets out of this situation in present day because he's living with a lady friend who I believe is his girlfriend, so I don't know, kind of weird, but yeah, he was talking to Ryan. That's not gonna go well. She met up with her family, then she was talking to Buddy. She was trying to get back on the dating world and taking pictures, and I wish Whitney well, I really do, you know, I hope she can find love. I don't know if her getting a weight loss procedure would even help with that. I think, honestly, she even kind of said it. She was like, you know, if a man will only love me because I am skinny, then maybe I don't even want to be with that man. And I honestly, Whitney, regardless of her body, I think she could probably work on her personality. Everyone can work on something, me of all people, but she's kind of got a cocky personality. But anyway, she, you know, they're trying to work on the dating life, and her and Buddy were getting a little bit flirtatious, I kind of thought, but like we all know, there's nothing there. It's never gonna happen, and Buddy has a girlfriend. And for the general idea for the rest of the episode, that was about it. I mean, we got to see a couple other things here and there, but that was basically the whole episode was built around Whitney trying to possibly consider getting this weight loss procedure, and then maybe she'll try to go and date and stuff, and that was basically about it. So My Big Fat Fabulous Life, pretty good episode, and of course, right after that, it was Unpolished, and I'm curious, does anyone watch this show? This is like a weird show for me because the whole show is on, like, you know, this nail salon, and it's clearly it's a lady thing, even though a lot of these shows are for more ladies than men, which is like, you know, but I still love them. But Unpolished, it's not really my thing. However, the real show behind the show, it's like the show's for nails, but like really behind that show, it's actually just a hilarious kind of drama with the family, and they're Italian like me, and they're loud and proud, kind of like me, and they never shut up. So I kind of actually watched a lot of last week's episode. It's kind of sad because the main mom, I don't even know her name, but the main mom, her husband died, and yeah, it was sad, it was sudden, so I kind of feel bad for them. They're trying to figure out their money situation, but I'm curious, does anyone watch this show? It's like, it's the second season, and surprisingly, it's actually pretty good. So I'm curious what y'all think on that show. Definitely not a bad one though, and I would gladly talk about it if y'all want it. But that's about it for today, guys. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Whitney. I don't know how many more episodes there are of My Big Fat Fabulous Life, because I think the season's coming to an end, because at the end of this last episode, we got to see a big, long, like, trailer for the rest of the season, and it isn't like there's much else going on. There's a little bit of flirtatious stuff going on with Buddy and Whitney, but like I said, I don't think anything's there. And then we got to see Whitney going on, like, trying to climb, like, a freaking, like, you know, rainforest, you know, rock wall, and it seemed like a complete disaster. It was raining, it was slippery, it seemed like a complete and total disaster, and kind of a drama, and I don't, you know, I feel like honestly what's going to happen with her, she's just going to reach her breaking point, and she is going to say, I'm done, I need to go home, and she's going to leave in like a month. But because I've heard from people on social media saying that Whitney goes back to her home in October. Well, she signed her lease in what, June, July, maybe August, maybe even September, so it's like, well, was she there for 2 months? I mean, it's like, I don't think she's going to be there much longer. I think the season will probably come to an end with her and Ryan being at its wit's end, and then her going back home with something along those lines. But yeah, she's not with Ryan anymore. I hate to break it to you guys, and I believe we have a little bit more interaction with Chase, because he does end up having his baby, and I believe he's on the show a couple more times talking to Ryan about the baby, and how Ryan and Buddy both knew that he had the baby, and how Whitney's all sad, and she starts crying, and the same old song and dance. So My Big Fat Fabulous Life, one of, not my favorite show, but when it's a good episode, it is a very good show. When it's a boring episode, this last episode was kind of more serious, and it is a serious thing. She needs to get her health under control, so it was kind of just a episode, not great, not too bad, just kind of, So comment below what you guys think. Let me know if you guys watched it, what y'all think, and please, it means the world to me. Please hit that like button. Please comment below your thoughts. We are so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, which just sounds unbelievable. So, oh my god, I love you guys all so much. Thanks for watching this video, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.